Other news, the UK work sector warns that worsening supermarket food shortages are now inevitable in the coming weeks. Let's find out why from Eribelle Celestino joining us live from London. Eribelle?
Hi, CJ, and yes, British supermarkets and suppliers warned today of possible food shortages due to the staff self-isolating. Rising coronavirus cases threaten chaos after the government controversially eased all restrictions earlier this week. With millions of workers and school kids currently forced to stay at home under COVID 19 tracing rules in what has been dubbed a pingdemic after the phone app used to contact or ping people who need to self isolate, various industries are starting to suffer. Rod McKenzie, Managing Director of Policy at the Road Haulage Association, or RHA, said the UK was already struggling with a shortage of lorry drivers due to the Brexit, and that isolation issues were now a recipe for chaos. Well, as you know, CJ, the government on Monday eased all virus curbs, including the legal requirement to wear a face mask in certain settings and social distancing rules just as new cases are surging towards level not seen since peaks in January. Prime Minister Boris Johnson argues the country's vaccination program, which has jabbed nearly 70% of adults with 2 doses, allows for the relaxation of measures. But the surge in infections, averaging nearly 50,000 a day during the most recent week, has led to a dramatic increase in people told to self isolate by the tracing officials from the NHS or National Health Service. Johnson, Finance Minister Rishi Sunak, Health Secretary Sajid Javid, and opposition Labour leader Keir Starmer are all among those currently isolating after being contacted. The Prime Minister is under pressure to widen the list of jobs that are exempt from the isolation rules, but has so far resisted and kept exemptions tightly restricted to the key workers in critical industries. However, CJ, the rules are set to change on August 16 when fully vaccinated adults can take daily tests rather than isolating. Meanwhile, the government has been criticized for compounding the crisis after providing mixed messages on the need to stay at home if contacted by the tracer teams. While some ministers have insisted people must isolate if advised, two business ministers this week noted there is actually no legal requirement to isolate if they are pinged by the NHS app. Only those contacted by the separately run NHS Test and Trace service must stay at home for 10 days by law. The public already appeared increasingly skeptical of the isolation rules following the easing of restrictions, with reports of many people deleting the app or ignoring the advice. Back to you, CJ.
Thank you so much, Eribelle, for your report. We're wishing for the best for everyone there. Please take care.
Thank you so much for having me, CJ. Reporting from the United Kingdom, I am Eribelle Celestino, and we live in interesting times.
Meanwhile,